Good afternoon to you in District 2 and also to the City of Mobile. It's always a pleasure to speak with you. Today's City Council meeting was, as always, positive. We were able to pass, from my capital discretion, $50,000 a day to assist with the painting of rusted areas around several light towers at Last Stadium and get the lights corrected before the November 12th game of the Gulf Coast Challenge between Jackson State and Alabama A&M. So I was really glad to be able to do that and to help move that along so that our stadium looks as good as possible as we have another great classic. I'm looking forward to the classic coming. I'm looking forward to seeing the economic impact from it. Hopefully we can talk a whole lot more about it as we get closer. But I'd like to encourage everyone that can go to please go participate in the tailgating, but most of all, buy a ticket and come out and enjoy the game. This is a big economic impact for our city. Not just only the game, but all the other things that are going on that week around the games, the festivities, the free concerts in Cathedral Square Park, the parade before the game, the tailgating. So many things that are going on. Also, community business entrepreneurship drive along with a scholarship drive put on by these guys. So it's a great week to be participating in HBCU sports, but also a great week to be participating in the City of Mobile. Also today in City Hall, we had another conversation along the line of annexation where I was a little disappointed to talk about a press release that went out that kind of was misleading as to backroom conversations that have been going on outside the city where they were not completely transparent. It's unfortunate the persons or whoever that were calling those conversations non-transparent were actually participants of those meetings also, where we're just simply trying to get the meeting out to constituents and stakeholders and citizens that live in the city. I think it's important that as many people as possible have a little bit of input into what we're doing, and those people that represent other groups and other people have a chance to see or input to where we're trying to go. And I think that the process that CJ started and myself and Corey trying to get as many people involved as possible is admirable. And thanks to CJ for trying to do that and getting that going. But there are absolutely no backroom meetings going on. And I totally disagree with that statement. I was totally disappointed by it. But remaining positive, if we are going to do an annexation attempt, it has to be right for everybody. As I've said and stated always, I'm not against annexation, but it has to be right, and it has to work right with what the City of Mobile is trying to do in the process of growth that we need for everyone. As I state, we need to grow from within as from without. So let's continue to try to work forward to see if we can reach consensus on that. Lastly, we had a visit from Williamson High School alumni today from the Maysville area concerned about their stadium and where their stadium will be built and whether or not it can be built on campus at Williamson High School. And I stated today, and I'll state this again, I'm very much in favor of trying to help Williamson High School and the school board system have a campus on site. The property that's out there right now is part of the Harmon Park property that's on their campus. They currently have a track that's also on part of that property that's owned by Harmon Park. In the park, the process of purchasing a park or transferring land from a park is pretty strenuous and it requires some special attention. But I am more than willing to help to try to get that done and to try to help the school system and Williamson High School have a stadium that's actually on their campus. But first, I think that the proper way to make this happen is that the school system and its representative or its superintendent should reach out to the administration or the council and ask for the assistance that's needed so everybody will be on the same page and we'll all be working towards the same goal and trying to make sure that Williamson has the best opportunity for a stadium on their property as possible on their campus. It's always a pleasure to talk to everyone in District 2. I look forward to talking to so many of you. We're starting our fall round of meetings look forward to them starting the last week of January. Our notices will go out probably next week as far as where we're going to start our meetings. This time I'm looking to start around the Flo Claire area in West Street. This area still really hasn't had their community meetings up and going since COVID. I'm hoping that they'll get together and have their concerns or anything new that we need to be doing. We're working in that area right now, by the way. So Flo Claire, you're up next. So look forward to talking to you guys the last week in November. And as always, guys, I'm here to speak up for anybody that can't speak for themselves, take care of issues that you can't get to that you need help for, to speak for the voiceless. And it's always a pleasure to be your public servant.